Hello fellow brawlers, I'm KairosTime and it is time to brawl, and it's also time to talk about Penny's best gadget, star power, and best build. By now you guys should know the drill. We're going to do a sneak peek of her newest gadget, we'll talk about her other abilities, and I'm going to cover her best build, and then we're going to rank her skins and pins from worst to best. It's going to be awesome, just like today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Frag Pro Shooter, which you need to try if you haven't already, because it is a lot of fun. Here are the rules of the game. There are more than 80 characters that all have unique abilities and roles, and you create a deck of 5 characters which you bring into battle. Now you're going to have control of one of the characters at a time, while the other 4 will automatically fight the enemy on your behalf and follow your commands. But you can switch to another character whenever you want. The goal is to destroy the enemy bunkers, and once you destroy the 2 bunkers on the side, you'll be able to destroy the main bunker for victory. Now if you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know that I love classic Frag Pro Shooter, but they're coming out with an update for even more new content. Starting with a brand new mode called Street Frag. This mode takes place on a smaller map, and there's only 1 bunker on each team. This means quicker and more intense matches. They're also releasing a new character named Tankbot. He's an epic center hero that can turn into a tank and deals extra damage with his large missiles. If you download Frag Pro Shooter using my link below, whether you're a new player or not, you'll get a golden chest, 500 coins, and 50 diamonds for free. Thanks again to Frag Pro Shooter for sponsoring this video. Penny's newest gadget is Captain's Compass, which she can use 3 times per match. When Penny uses this, an artillery strike from her cannon is fired to her current location. It fires 5 cannonballs in the shape of a 5 on a dice, with the center bomb targeting exactly where she's standing. Each cannonball deals 1,680 damage, and although there's a chance that Penny will not hit a target with this ability, there's also a chance that she'll be able to hit a target twice with this ability, which is 3,360 damage. That's enough to wipe out the squishiest brawlers in the game with a single gadget use. But Penny does have to be close to the target in order for it to hit the enemy, and that's not typically the best way that you should play with Penny. Also, there's quite a bit of travel time, which can give an enemy plenty of time to escape without getting hit, as long as they keep moving in the same direction. Additionally, the cannon will only fire if Penny is alive until the last cannonball releases. If Penny dies too quickly, the remaining cannonballs will not fire. One thing that is cool about this gadget is that it has a longer range than her cannon can normally fire. In fact, it can still be activated when Penny is 14 tiles away from her turret, and the cannon fire can reach an additional 3 tiles beyond that, for a total range of 17 tiles. That is a crazy long range, and it's probably going to make enemies feel a false sense of security when they think that they are too far away from their turret in order to get hit. Penny can use this ability to deal a decent amount of damage to a high safe, although the cannon fire is spread just enough to require perfect positioning in order for it to hit 3 cannonballs on a target, and that is even less likely to happen on a target that's not as large as a safe. In order to make this work, Penny has to stand 1 tile next to the target, whether that's above, below, or either side. Penny can also use this ability to deal damage against enemies that are like hiding on a bush on the other side of a wall. And on the developer build that I'm recording this gameplay on, this gadget actually charges Penny's super, though I think that there's a good chance that that will change once it releases in the game live, since gadgets don't typically charge supers. Now let's talk about Penny's original gadget and 2 star powers, then we'll rank them and talk about her best build. Penny's first gadget is Pocket Detonator, which can be used 3 times per match. When Penny activates this gadget, her cannon blows up, dealing 1,500 damage to nearby enemies and destroying enemy walls that are close up to it. Now Penny's turret is incredibly valuable to Penny, and that means that it's typically not the best to sacrifice her turret like this unless there is a really valuable wall that she needs to get rid of, or if the turret is going to go down anyway and you just want to deal some damage. However, if Penny finds herself close to an enemy brawler, she can quickly drop her turret and blow it up to deal damage to the enemy brawler, knock them back, and give her some time to take them out or run away. This is a particularly useful move in Showdown, where staying alive is so important. But typically, if Penny's going to die, her turret is going to die as well, so it might just be better for Penny to save her turret until after she respawns in the 3v3 modes. Penny's first star power is Last Blast. With this star power activated, when Penny's cannon is destroyed, it shoots out 1 last barrage of 4 bombs to nearby enemy targets. Each bomb deals 1,680 damage, which means that if you happen to get hit by all 4, you're going to take 6,720 damage, which is enough to take out most of the brawlers in the game. However, the blast splits projectiles among all targets within range, so typically you're only going to get hit by 1 or 2 bombs. And even then, all you have to do to avoid getting hit is keep moving in the same direction. Penny's second star power is Balls of Fire. With this star power equipped, cannonballs from Penny's turret set the ground on fire for 3 seconds, and the fire deals 400 damage per second for a total additional damage of 1,1200 damage, assuming the person is actually remaining within the fire, which most don't do. But I love this star power for a few reasons. Brawlers typically try to avoid the fire, obviously, which helps helps you accurately predict where they are going to move. And it also helps Penny control the map better because it's constantly changing where the enemies can and cannot stand if they don't want to take damage. Also, the damage is amazing against stationary targets like heist safes or siege turrets. Now let's compare Penny's gadgets and star power so I can recommend the best build for Penny. Then we're gonna rank her pins and skins from worst to best. I think the choice between Penny's gadgets is pretty clear. I like Penny's pocket detonator for those few situations where Penny can use it to deal damage to an enemy who gets too close to her turret, and I also like it in combination with her last blast star power, but I do not think that it's worth using very frequently because Penny's turret gets destroyed along with it. Additionally, it doesn't even deal as much damage as a single cannonball would from Penny's Captain's Compass gadget, and her Captain's Compass gadget has a chance to deal damage with more than one projectile. Now there are some times when pocket detonator is ideal, like in 1v1 situations when you need to get away from somebody that's close up to you, or if Penny really needs to get rid of a wall. But most of the time, I think you're going to want to go with her Captain's Compass gadget for the fact that it does not destroy her turret, and has the opportunity to deal even more damage. Obviously, Penny has to be close to an enemy brawler for her to utilize this gadget, which isn't always an ideal situation for her. But the fact that it can devastate any brawler trying to chase her, or brawlers that are trying to avoid her by circling around walls, means that it will be useful sometimes. And if only one cannonball hits the target, she's still going to deal more damage with Captain's Compass than with Pocket Detonator. Plus, her turret will still be on the ground. I think that her Pocket Detonator gadget is a B tier gadget because it destroys her most useful ability, and therefore isn't as good to use most of the time. And I'm gonna give her Captain's Compass star power an A tier ranking. Now, if I only had to choose between one of these two gadgets, I think it would absolutely be Penny's newest Captain's Compass gadget. Now, when it comes to Penny's star powers, I don't actually think the distinction is as clear. Her Last Blast star power is super easy to avoid if you're actually paying attention, which means that in a competitive match, it will typically provide less value. But if you are not one to play the game competitively, this star power actually does get value pretty frequently, as most of the time your enemies aren't going to be paying attention, especially when it comes to brawlers on the other side of the map that are not paying attention against Penny. On the other hand, Balls of Fire helps Penny control the field a lot easier, and skilled players will easily be able to predict enemy movement so she can get more hits in. Competitively, I think that Last Blast is a B tier star power by itself, and possibly an A tier star power when used in combination with the right gadget, and Balls of Fire is an S tier star power because of how predictable it makes enemy movement become, even in a competitive match. When it comes to Penny's best build, there are two choices. One isn't as good and one is absolutely awesome. The first choice is her Pocket Detonator gadget and Last Blast star power combined. This allows Penny to choose when to destroy her turret so that it will not only deal damage around the turret and break walls, but it will also fire a barrage of cannon fire at nearby targets whenever she wants it to. This can be used to guarantee maximum damage against a single stationary target, for example, like against a safe, and it can also be deadly against a brawler who is not paying attention. Now, this combination does work really well, but I think that her second combination is much better. When Penny uses her Captain's Compass gadget with her Balls of Fire star power, the artillery strike will also light the entire area up as well. This means that if Penny is using excellent positioning, she can actually get 3 cannonballs on a safe plus fire damage from all 3 of them. That's a total of 8,640 damage, which is more damage and more consistent than her Last Blast is against a safe, although it does require Penny to get up pretty close and have perfect positioning. Now, the flame covering such a large area will help Penny a lot when it comes to preventing brawlers from reaching a certain location, and although I do like her old best combo, her Captain's Compass and Balls of Fire is the best build for Penny if you ask me. Now let's complete her best build by talking about the best pins and skins. I actually really like Penny's base model. I do think that it is in need of some upgrading. It's actually been already said that her model is one that needs a few tweaks, and I don't think she's going to get a huge update like Crow recently did, but it will be updated a bit sometime down the line. When it comes to her skins though, I think that her worst skin is her Little Helper Penny skin. Now, this might not exactly be fair, but I'm actually picking this as her worst one because I'm partially red-green colorblind, and although I can easily tell where the red starts and the green starts, the colors just don't look very great through my eyes specifically. I do love that it's a holiday themed skin, and I do play the skin every now and then simply because it is exclusive and you very rarely see it, but for now I'm going to choose this as my least favorite skin for Penny. Next, I'm going to go with her Dark Bunny Penny skin. I know a lot of people like the dark version more than the regular Bunny Penny skin, and I think that's absolutely fair. This is a really cool skin, and now that Supercell improved some of the effects of the projectiles, it's even cooler, but I actually like her Bunny Penny skin even more. The colors are cute, it's pretty fun, but honestly, Penny doesn't have too many really awesome skins to choose from, so this is about as good as it gets. At least she has more skins than Rosa does. When it comes to her best pins, My least favorite is her base pin. Next is her sweat drop pin. Then I like the thumbs up pin. And my favorite by far is her heart pin. And actually, I really like this pin a lot because it's kind of unique with the fact that she's sticking her tongue out at the enemies. I think that's really kind of fun. Really unique as far as pins are concerned, and a lot of fun to drop this, especially after you kill someone in Showdown. So this is the ultimate build for Penny. Her bunny penny skin, her heart emote pin with the tongue sticking out, then her Captain's Compass gadget paired with her Balls of Fire star power. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree at all. Subscribe for more best brawler builds like this one. Use code Kairos every single day of your life.
KAIROS, code Kairos in the Brawl Stars shop.
Every single day. And for now, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars.